Well, thanks very much to everyone for being here for the award ceremony of the 24th National Ocean Sciences Bowl Finals Award Ceremony. This will be my last appearance in the NOSB Finals in this capacity. As I talked about in the opening ceremony, I'll be replaced by Dr. Alan Leonardi, who you will hear from at the end of this ceremony. Great to see so many of you being here tonight. I certainly wish that we could just actually do this in person, where, you know, it's always great, you know, it's the teams, the photos, the yelling, the screaming. It's so enthusiastic and just so inspiring. Hopefully next year we'll be doing that. Now, the good news is about doing it this way is the two final teams don't know who won. So neither does the winner of the SEBs. So we'll get to that in a minute. This is always just an exciting time. And I'm really glad that all of our coaches and competitors and volunteers and sponsors can be here. It's just great to really have all you here and, you know, can join us in this virtual way. And really, this is a celebration of the achievements, not just of our winning teams and even of the teams that are here, but every team that's participated in the overall, the various competitions, regional and now here at finals. But you were the top 21 teams out of more than 210 that competed at the regional bowls. And, you know, in February and March, and that's no small feat. This is during a school year that you all know better than a lot of us that how changed it has been to the impacts of COVID-19. And I know you've had to adapt the way that you study and prepare and work together as a team. You should really be very proud of yourselves. I know I am, and certainly all of the folks on the staff at COL and everyone associated with National Ocean Science Bowl is very proud. So I just want to again thank all of you for being part of this wonderful bowl that's been around for almost a quarter of a century. We're going to highlight the future endeavors of all of you and all the teams and everything. Certainly in our Ocean News Weekly that's coming up, this bowl, and you know, and just throughout the rest of the future here at COL, you'll be hearing about you know, what's happening with the bowl and a lot of you. So anyway, I wanted to just say a few remarks up front about which is one thing. It's the word hope. For me, hope has been fleeting over the past year since I last saw you in the virtual ceremony, or not you, not all of you, but since I was last there. I felt hopeless a lot. I felt hopeless for our nation, for our planet, for humanity in general. You know, with the pandemic, with hate and divisiveness and conflict, it's just really, you know, I think a lot of you probably felt the same way. But I come here tonight, and as a lot of you know, I have a lot of ocean ties. This is one of my brighter ones, and that's because I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling very bright. I have a lot of dark ocean ties. This isn't one of them. So as I wear, again, my last ocean tie in this type of ceremony, I'm feeling hopeful, and that's thanks to you. You've given me hope. Being here, seeing this, the dedication of the students, of the coaches, of the teams, the staff, the judges, all the volunteers, many of whom are former participants, you know, just it really inspires me, and it gives me hope because I firmly believe that there's a brighter future ahead, but it's based on three things. It's based on science and technology and teamwork. And you here, this competition represent all those. I think we've seen how science and technology have allowed us to adapt to this horrible scourge and, you know, associated parts of the pandemic. You know, amazing feats have been made in medical science. Technology has allowed us to keep on living in some form or fashion in this virtual world, and it's been horrible. And we know with all the deaths and all the illness, but at least we see a little bit of ray of hope with our science and technology and people working together as teams can bring us forward. And as I look at the future of humanity and the future of our planet, and I look at you, that gives me great hope, because all of us have a role to play in creating a better future. We can do it. but it's going to rely on a lot of work, and again, a lot of work in science and technology. And I'm talking about all types of science and tech, the physical sciences, the soft sciences, they call them. They're not soft at all. Social science. Everything that we can do in the future is going to rely on the great minds and the great dedication of a lot of people who are in this virtual room. Again, not just the students and competitors, but the people who have helped and inspired them. So I just want to say thank you for a brighter future. And thank you for, again, giving me hope, because I certainly got that tonight. So without further ado, oh, and by the way, I do also want to say that I certainly hope to be able to attend future regional and finals competitions in person in some capacity. So I don't think you've seen the last of me yet, just maybe not with an ocean time. So we wouldn't be here, we would not have this competition at all were it not for our sponsors. And so I'm going to go through them again, like I did opening, and just really thank them, think about them. If you get a chance, write them notes, these kind of things. It's NOAA, it's the Schmidt Ocean Institute, the Gulf Research Program of the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine. It's NASA, Shell, American Honda Foundation, Lockheed Martin, the Curtis and Edith Munson Foundation, BOEM, the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, the Marine Mammal Commission, the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, Marine Technology Society, McGregor Global, and the National Marine Educators Association. Really, just a round of applause, virtually, whatever. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. We couldn't do it without them, just like we couldn't do this without the coaches. It's been a tough year for coaches of anything, but certainly this has been challenging. And so thank you for leading this effort, for being here, leading all these teams through all of the studying and competitions. A lot of you are brand new this year. And we have a lot of parents serving in this role as well. So thank you for stepping up to take this mantle. And, just hopefully you're inspired by this as much as I am. And as we go forward, you'll keep actually moving forward as coaches, volunteers, and all these type of things. And I also want to thank our regional coordinators. Again, challenging environment. How do you put this, last year, at least we were able to have our regional competitions in person. This year, everything was virtual. So thanks. It wasn't easy, 100% virtual. And just know that really, from me and our staff, our thanks go out to you. And the program engaged over 1,000, nearly 1,050 students this year. So thank you for that. It's important that you know. We also thank our partners at the Cooperative Institute for Research, Environmental Sciences at the University of Colorado Boulder, known as CERES, and home of the Trout Bowl. They assisted us with the polar theme and connecting us to the Mosaic expedition researchers, our guest speakers. And we also appreciate those researchers who participated in the webinar series, the opening ceremony, like I said, and the career mentoring event, highlighting their research. And as we all know, the importance of the studies in the Arctic and Antarctic ecosystems and our global client impacts that they have. I want to specifically thank Hannah Nolan at the Schmidt Ocean Institute and Ellen Prager and Dave Jones with Storm Center, and for providing you with the virtual field trips, which were fabulous. I know there was amazing opportunities to see new data and mapping technology that allowed us to inform the type of, inform people who make decisions, and you even got a behind the scenes tour of a research vessel, hopefully not your last one for many of you, as you will find yourself on board a research vessel one of these days. Lastly, we couldn't have pulled this off without the buzzer rounds. With the help of 73 dedicated volunteers from across the nation, many of whom normally serve as regional coordinators and competition officials during the regional bowls. Also like to thank many on the staff of CLL who also volunteered. For some, it was their first time. And so for those of you who've done this kind of stuff, you know how nerve-wracking that can be. So that was just really, really great. We appreciate that. And everyone is just so excited to be part of this. And I was also thrilled to learn that more than 10 alums volunteered this year. And that's why we really love to have them come back, which means you must have had a positive experience. So hopefully we'll see the competitors this year coming back in years forward as well. Now on to the awards. As I noted earlier, each and every NOSB student is to be congratulated on competing in the virtual finals. You worked hard to get here. You all did so well. It was amazing. I watched the various rounds and seeing this and that. I mean, my gosh, again, I am humbled by how much knowledge you have. Hopefully you won't forget it as much as I forgot, since I learned a lot of things in high school. Extremely well, again, and I know that, you know, your team members, coaches, families, regional bowls, they're all extremely proud of you as well. You impressed us all so many ways. And I'm sure that all the mentors on Tuesday evening stressed the importance of lifelong learning. And believe me, I learned so much every day. Unfortunately, my hard drive's getting full. It seems like for everything I learn, something goes away, but I can still pull out a few ocean facts here and there. So anyway, we're going to begin with our top award for the Science Expert Briefing Team. You all did extremely well in all these, and the written submissions, oral testimony, put a lot of work into that, and it showed. Thank you. It really shows that you're going to be expert briefers. It helps that we need people like you to really explain things to decision makers and non-scientists in the future, whatever fields you may choose to actually go into. But there were 3 teams that the judges judged to actually be the best of all these. So we're going to name the top 3. So the 3rd highest SEB score was Saline High School. And the 2nd highest was Juneau Douglas High School. So thank you for that. Great work by both of you. Round of virtual applause. But now I'm pleased to announce that the top team, which received the highest SEB score, was the Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology in Alexandria, Virginia. They will receive $250 in Amazon gift cards. So going to the team. So thank you, TJ, again, right around the corner from where I live. So thanks for putting so much work and doing so well in the SEBs. So, all right, now we're going to go on to our prizes for the buzzer and the TCQ portion of the competition. So we'll start with our 13th through 21st place teams. And congratulations again to all of you for your regional wins and outstanding work and participation here at finals. These are in alphabetical order. Benson Polytechnic High School. And Washington, again, love the shanty, by the way. And next is Eisenhower, it's Chesapeake Bay Governor School for Marine Environmental Sciences in Virginia. So I almost lose my notes there. Next is Eisenhower High School in Wisconsin. Enloe High School in North Carolina. Gainesville 4-H in Florida. Rockdale Magnet School for Science and Technology in Georgia. Thunder Basin High School from Wyoming, as we talked about. West Windsor Plains Board North from New Jersey. And York High School in Maine. And you can see the regional bowls if they all came. So thank you. A round of applause to you as well. Great competition. It's really just great to see this turnout from so many wonderful teams. Now, for 9th to 12th place teams, and congrats to each of these teams for their regional wins, outstanding finals, and each of you will receive ocean-related books. Now, you see one book up there, that might not be the exact book that you're going to get, but you're all going to get an ocean-related book, and they're all going to be terrific, I promise. So 9th through 12th place, again in alphabetical order, are Centerville High School, Gulliver Prep, Juneau Douglas High School, and Thomas Jefferson High School. Again, thank you for your accomplishments and congratulations for finishing as well. And now on to 5th through 8th place teams. Each one of these teams will receive Amazon gift cards to assist you in your ocean science learning and exploration. These teams should be very proud of their accomplishments as well. And there were so many close rounds and so many, so again, watching how phenomenal all the teams here were. But anyway, in 8th place, the team is from E.O. Smith High School. And they will receive $300 in Amazon gift cards from the Quahog Bowl. 7th place, the team from Oxford High School will receive $300 in Amazon gift cards. Dolphin Challenge. In sixth place, the team from Saline High School, where we'll see $500 in Amazon gift cards from the Great Lakes Bowl. And in fifth place, the team from Tesla STEM, where we'll see $500 in Amazon gift cards. And they, of course, are from the Orca Bowl. So congratulations to our 8th through 5th. Extremely well done. Okay, so normally for our top prizes, we give away some experiential award trips, ocean locations, various places around the nation, even one overseas to a little place known as Monaco a few years back. So these are great opportunities, but unfortunately this year, as we cannot do that because we're still hopefully nearing the end of the pandemic, but certainly can't be traveling yet. So hopefully next year. However, the great thing is we've got some wonderful experiential opportunities for you anyway. So the top 4 teams are going to get Amazon gift cards, but you're also going to get to have some one-on-one virtual meetings with some highly respected and just really wonderful ocean leaders. They're very, they've done a lot of different things from policy to science and everything else. So you're going to get a chance to have one-on-one with them and, just take advantage of it. Again, I know all 4 of these folks, and man, I just think the world of them, and take advantage of this. How did they get where they are? They've all had tremendous success, but they started off just like you. Okay, so 4th place team is Santa Monica High School from the Los Angeles Surf Bowl. They're going to receive $750, and they're also going to get to spend some time with Dr. Kelly Chris, who just recently became a senior fellow with Energy Environment at the Center for American Progress, one of the most phenomenal think tank organizations in DC that's helped drive policy for many years. And she's going to be fundamental in helping do that. So congratulations to Santa Monica High School. Long-time participant in final thing ever since I've been here. So again, it's great to see you here again. All right. 3rd place team is Canyon Crest Academy in San Diego. And they are from the Garibaldi Bowl, sorry. They will receive $1,000 in Amazon gift cards and a chance to interact with Katie Croft-Bell, Dr. Katie Croft-Bell, the founding director of the Open Ocean Initiative at the MIT Media Lab and fellow of the National Geographic Society. Again, you're going to really enjoy that. Take advantage of it. All right, so this is great. Again, congratulations to both our 3rd and 4th place finishers. So now for the thing that no one knows is between Lexington and Doherty Valley, who's the championship team. So without further ado, I'm going to say our 2nd place team is Lexington High School in Lexington, Massachusetts, who competes from the Blue Lobster Bowl. Well, I got the chance to watch them in the last couple of rounds, just phenomenal. You're going to receive $1,500 in Amazon gift cards and a virtual opportunity to meet and chat with Dr. Nadja Vinogradova Schiffer, who's program scientist and manager in physical oceanography at NASA. She basically, all of their Earth science systems that are related to ocean science, she's in charge of the research and programs there. Terrific, brilliant. Started off with a math degree, and then she basically went on and got her PhD in physical oceanography. You're gonna have a great time and learn from her a lot. So that means, yes, I know you're already celebrating. It's Doherty Valley High School in San Ramon, California, who competed in the Sea Lion Bowl as our champion. Congratulations. You're going to get $2,000 in Amazon gift cards and a virtual meeting with Dr. Jyotika Vermani, the executive director of the Schmidt Ocean Institute. She's been involved with NOSB, even led sponsorship when she worked for the Ocean X Prize in the past. Just a terrific ocean leader. So she's the executive director again of Schmidt Ocean, who runs the research vessel Falkor. In a few years, they'll have the Falkor 2. And I just got a feeling, and I know some of the people here today, as far as coaches, judges, and I, have spent some time on the Falkor. I got a feeling that a few of you competitors are going to get to spend some time on the Falkor or Falkor 2 in the years to come. And hopefully a chance, not just this one chance to interact with Jyotika, but she is terrific. You're going to enjoy that. Again, hearty congratulations. Again, a terrific team. And I just really, really appreciate that. Now, Additionally, this year, our top 3 teams are going to get to an opportunity to take advantage of an live interaction with the Okeanos Explorer, NOAA's Explorer Research Vessel, on an ROV expedition scheduled for June 11th through 25th. So we'll be working out the details. And with that, I'm now going to turn it over to Dan Rogers, who works on our staff. And he is basically running our program in ocean exploration in partnership with NOAA. So I'll stop talking. And Dan, the floor is all yours to go into a few details about these wonderful experiential sort of live interaction or virtual reality almost on board the Okeanos Explorer. Over to you.
Well, thank you, John, and congratulations to all of our teams this evening. I'm happy to announce a prize that we're going to give to our top 3 teams. Many of you may be familiar with NOAA's ship Okeanos Explorer, America's ship for ocean exploration, which is operated by NOAA and whose missions are planned by NOAA Ocean Exploration. On board the Okeanos are 2 6,000 meter rated ROVs with telepresence capability, meaning that they're able to broadcast video in real time from the bottom of the ocean to the internet with minimal delay. On board every Okeanos expedition are ROV pilots, ship operators, engineers, ocean scientists, and other staff. And so we're happy to announce that the top 3 teams this evening will have an opportunity to have an exclusive 30-minute live interaction during an actual ROV expedition next month in June. Students will have opportunities to ask questions and discuss with the onboard staff. You'll be able to ask questions regarding technology, careers, life on board the ship, or anything else that you might be wanting to learn more about. You'll also have an opportunity to shrink your own styrofoam cup with your name and any personalized art. Here I've got an example of a cup that was shrunk in the Puerto Rico Trench in 2015 at a depth of 6,000 meters. So you'll be able to create your own styrofoam cup and mail it to us by the end of next week, by Friday if possible, and the NOSB team will reach out to you about details for that later on. And we're looking forward to interacting with you and looking forward to seeing you on board. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Spent quite a bit of time at sea on the Okeanos Explorer. So not a better person to help put this together as well. And by the way, I'm sorry for, yes, you're going to get these shrunken cups as Melissa talked about in the chat. Now here's, I think maybe for next year's competition, there ought to be some type of a question of basically how do you figure out how deep a styrofoam cup went based on the size? I'll think about that. I'll think something one of my professors would have asked a long time ago. Maybe they did. Anyway, so the NOSB staff, they're going to be getting out plaques, trophies, our typical annual theme branded t-shirts, which I think we might have. There we go. Yes, so you're going to get your own polar t-shirt. And the coaches, please send in all the info on sizes and preferences and all that kind of stuff. And please bear with us. This may take a little time as shipping can just be impacted by various things ongoing and whatnot. So anyway, but they will show up eventually, not too long. Again, I just want to say congratulations to all of you. You're all winners, but the most important thing is because of you and the people who are involved in this program and have been involved in it, the real winner is the ocean. And the future of the ocean, let's face it, is in our hands and those that we are a part of this larger ocean science and technology community. So that's the real winner. All right, and 105 of you who made it through your regional competitions to be here from a pool of approximately 1,050 students. We're again just extremely proud of you. The staff, all of us, believe me, the pride that is in the eyes of Melissa and Amanda every year, it's just, it's amazing, and we all share that. And certainly all of us, and all for so many years with Kristen as well. It's just been after we had a chance to watch these pros for the last 6 years. It's been amazing, and one of the things that's inspired me the most during my tour here. Now, we are hopefully returning to in-person competition next year if things stay on track. We also have to keep actually looking at our funding situation. As a lot of you know, it's been somewhat year to year for many years now. So those of you who've been with that know that we've had existential funding crises for the last decade. Really, as I mentioned, we're facing another one next year. So Please keep that in mind. People that you know, that you have influence with, help us to make sure, we get sponsorship up and going. I'm optimistic again. So, but we always want to be open and say we need help. But we know the value of this program. And again, you've heard it from the moderators, from the many people you're going to hear, just the caliber of people that want to be part of this for the awards and everything else. Just shows you how valuable it is. So we all have work to do. And this is a reminder, it's currently time for the Get in the Game with NOSB and support the annual scholarship program, which you can do as well. You can do it at our Mighty Cause fundraising site. Link is shared with our newsletter subscribers, and it's on the NOSB social media sites as well. So please get involved in that. We're going to be looking at new NOSB branded items and a new threadless shop, which is going to include some face masks, notebooks featuring the NOSB logo that you see over, the shoulder. And all the proceeds for this will go to support our annual scholarships. Speaking of which, if you're a senior, please consider applying for the NOSB scholarship. The due date is May 24th. If you get it, you will receive $1,000 toward your first year of college. Again, several folks have gotten those in the past and go on to be great scientists in various fields. So, in light of the pandemic, all these applications, including the letters of recommendation, must be emailed to Melissa Brodeur, the NOSB program manager, as you know. And this is available. She just put it in the site. It's also available at our scholarship webpage. Go to the NOSB webpage. All right. So again, as I come to the end of my tenure of being in this role at the NOSB finals, again, I'm humbled by what I've seen over the last 6 years. I'm humbled, but again, I'm filled with hope. Hope because I know that there is a brighter future ahead. And again, thank you. Thanks to everyone who's been involved for so many years, and you will be for many years going forward, because you're part of the solution. You're part of the thing that provides us with hope. And there's another thing that gives me hope at this point, is that as I sign off, is that the wonderful person who's replacing me, Dr. Alan Leonardi, a brilliant scientist, PhD in oceanography from Florida State, also has a meteorology degree from University of Wisconsin in his past. So he's a real earth scientist, as we saw with the polar region, that's what we need a lot of as we look to the future. So it's great to have Alan come on board. And he's been a terrific leader. He's inspirational. If you've ever met him and talked to him, you will, of course, and you're about to here in just a couple of minutes. But it's just great to have him on board. He's been at NOAA running the ocean exploration program for several years now, done great things with that. And he's really advancing that. It's in the national spotlight. So I just know he's going to do great things at COL. He's going to need a lot of help from all of you. But I couldn't be more pleased with my replacement and somebody who's going to lead not just COL, but the National Ocean Sciences Bowl going forward. So I sign off. I salute all of you, but especially you, Alan. Thank you all, and welcome aboard, Alan. The floor is yours.
Thank you, John, and thanks for the very kind words about me. And good afternoon and evening for some of you, teams, coordinators, supporters, volunteers, and of course, NOSB enthusiasts. I am absolutely thrilled to be a part of the 24th National Ocean Sciences Bowl, and I fully support the NOSB's efforts to increase the knowledge of the ocean amongst high school students, to introduce students, all of you, to exciting ocean-focused career opportunities, and ultimately to magnify the public understanding of ocean research. I still remember my first introduction to the Ocean Sciences Bowl back in 2013 when I was living in Miami, Florida. That year, the Manatee Bowl was held at the Maritime and Science Technology, or MAST, Academy on Virginia Key. And I had been serving on their advisory board for some time, and they asked me to be a moderator of the competition. Before then, I had always been a staunch advocate of STEM education and education in general. I'd served on the advisory boards of several STEM-focused high schools and an elementary school in both Washington, D.C. and Miami. I taught oceanography at Miami-Dade College and had tutored many high school students in math and science, especially calculus and physics. Yet, this was my first exposure to ocean science-focused education at the high school level, and it left a truly lasting impression. The competition was intense and the scene a bit chaotic at times, but there was a clear sense of camaraderie, not just within the individual teams, but amongst and across the teams as well. The judges, moderators, and volunteers were all frantically bustling around and busily running the sessions. And despite the stress, They too all had smiles on their faces and were clearly having fun. But the most memorable part of the entire day for me was seeing the teams compete. The talent levels were astounding. The amount of knowledge the teams had about the ocean, literally mind-boggling. Truth be told, I left the day questioning my own knowledge of the ocean. And I have a PhD in oceanography, and at the time was the deputy director of the Atlantic Oceanographic and Meteorological Laboratory just down the street. To say the students impressed me is an understatement. So despite feeling somewhat inferior about my knowledge levels at the time, I also left that day filled with hope, just like John. These talented, dedicated, and fun students were soon to be embarking on their post-high school pursuits. Many would be going to college, and some would be majoring in science, technology, engineering, and ocean-related fields. Others would pursue non-science fields or perhaps not even go to college. But all would walk away from high school knowing more about the ocean and hopefully remembering the fun that they had competing in the National Ocean Sciences Bowl. I knew that day that the future ocean science workforce was in good hands, and I feel the same way today. Now more than ever, we need talented students like you participating in these competitions and embarking on careers in ocean-related sciences. And I firmly believe that the National Ocean Sciences Bowl is one of the keys to our continued success. So I thank you all for participating. Today, I lead the Office of Ocean Exploration and Research at NOAA, and I'm excited that the top 3 teams will get to interact with my team on the NOAA ship Okeanos Explorer in the coming weeks. Maybe one of you will be leading our expeditions in the not too distant future. Who knows? Next week, I'll take the helm as the president and CEO of the Consortium for Ocean Leadership, and I want you to know that one of my top priorities will be sustaining and hopefully even growing the National Ocean Sciences Bowl. While we have faced many challenges over the years, and especially this year, we also have a lot going for us. We have amazing longtime supporters and sponsors at all levels who have stepped up when it was most needed to keep the Ocean Sciences Bowl going. We have individual donors supporting us through our online fundraisers. We have phenomenal coordinators and volunteers running the competitions. And we have all of you. Your stories are what are truly inspiring to our sponsors. You can help us by telling us how NOSB has impacted your career aspirations, your ocean conservation actions and awareness, or even your personal growth. Together, we just completed the 24th National Ocean Sciences Bowl, and I, for one, fully intend for there to be a 25th in 2022. While the road ahead won't be easy, the NOSB team has been in this position multiple times in the past, and we are optimistic we will pull through once again, especially with your support. As we wrap up our event today, I want to thank you all once again for your efforts. I want you to know that I'm inspired by your dedication and generosity, and that I am honored to be a part of the National Ocean Sciences Bowl this year and moving forward. To John, thank you for your leadership within Consortium and your enthusiastic championship of NOSB. You will be missed, and I hope we'll have the opportunity to call on you again in the future in some way, clad in ocean-focused tie or not. To the NOSB staff, congratulations on yet another wonderful NOSB finals. Without your hard work and dedication, NOSB would not happen. To the coaches, thank you for taking the time to share your passion for ocean science with your students and teams. Teams don't succeed without coaches and leaders like you. To the coordinators, the parents, and the volunteers, this year required a great deal of patience, resilience, and some creativity. You all put in extra hours and came up with new ways of doing business, and the NOSB was all the better for it. To our partners and sponsors, NOSB simply does not happen without you and your support. I look forward to engaging you all soon. And to the students in particular, whether or not you decide to pursue a career in a marine-related field, I hope that your experience with the NOSB will stay with you throughout your life, and that you will continue to find inspiration from and be a champion of our ocean. We hope that you will all stay in touch with one another and with the Consortium for Ocean Leadership. The NOSB is a community, after all, one we hope you remain to be part of for a very long time, even when your days of competing are over. So as we all finish this long day, long couple of days, and some are focused on working tomorrow or going back to school, I want to thank you all for participating in another exciting NOSB finals. You all did a fantastic job, and I personally hope to see many of you again next year in person. Thanks, and good night.